FFS. Let's talk about it. Going on, all you badass bass anglers. I wanted to put a video out today, and I've been wanting to do it for a couple days now, on all of the stuff that's going on with the FFS rules. FFS stands for forward facing sonar. We have a couple of different leagues that put it in play, but before we get into that, hope you like this video. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell. We are almost to our goal of 100 subscribers by the end of summer. It's still warm out. It was like 90 degrees yesterday here in Michigan. It's gonna be 80s the rest of the week, so summer is still trying to hold on. So I would love to hit that 100 sub mark. I would really, really appreciate it. All right, let's get into the FFS rule changes and drama. I'm sure by the looks of the title, you were probably like, what is Chris talking about? Well, part of me feels the same way that the title is worded. Part of me doesn't feel that way. And the other part of me really just doesn't give a shit, to be totally honest. For me, it goes 3-4 different ways, right? So, a little bit of backstory. Last week, I think this was on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday cadence, the NPFL, they came out with rule changes for 2025 that there will be no more forward-facing sonar. Cool, whatever. That doesn't bother me. I'm looking at this from the co-angler perspective. I'm a co-angler. I fish in BFLs as a co-angler. I fish as a co-angler in my club right now. I've gotten backboated by anglers. I've had great anglers who give me a chance to fish. So the NPFL put out theirs. A couple days later, you had Bass drop theirs. And then a couple days later, you had MLF drop theirs. Now, I don't know all of the specifics of the rules. I think that Bass or MLF started off saying high school league, you can use it, or college or high school, you can use it in practice. Once the tournament starts, you can't use it anymore. I am totally fine with that because that levels the playing field. And this, to me, in my opinion, was a big reason as to why these rules were instantiated, to level the playing field. I got love for everybody out there that can do it. I have love for anybody that can use forward-facing sonar. But as a co-angler, it sucks. You have to fish that much harder to compete. It is the way it is. And you're limited to bringing so much tackle, so many rods on the boat, right? You're at the mercy of your angler, unless you have a really cool angler that says, hey, I got a couple spots. If you have a couple spots, tell me, we'll fish those too, which has happened to me. I've had some really, really cool anglers, and I've had some really not cool anglers where I wouldn't even catch a fish all day, or I might catch one fish the whole entire event. And at the end of the day, I just threw it back in the water. I didn't even weigh it in because it wasn't even worth it. So as a co-angler, I'm down for it. Now, am I fishing events as a co where it's going to be banned or not used? No, I'm not. I'm not fishing any of those events. I don't fish in the NPFL NPFL. I'm not fishing in the Bassmaster Opens. Can't fish the Elites. I'm not a pro. So I'm not fishing the Opens. I'm not in college or high school. I don't fish any kayak series. MLF, I'm not fishing the BPTs. I'm not a pro. I'm not fishing the Toyota series or the Tackle Warehouse Invitationals or the BFLs. From what I hear, FFS, you can still use it in the invitationals and you can still use it in the BFLs as a angler. From what I understand, I think the BPT, it's either the BPT or the Elites. You're going to be able to use it a third of the day. I think that's more an MLF side in the BPT. You can use it 1 out of 3 periods as a pro angler in the Bass Pro Tour. So, I mean, that's cool, right? You can choose which period you're going to use that forward-facing sonar. And I guess in the score track, there's going to be like an indicator, a visual indicator next to the name in the standings, whether or not that FFS unit is on, that live sonar is on, that live scope is on, active target. Everybody's got a different name. So that's cool. And I also heard that the MLF or Bassmaster is going to be providing covers for your units, so you can't use them and you can't accidentally turn it on. So that's cool too. I guess you're limited to a combination of 2 on the boat, whether that's 2 transducers for live sonar, live scope, or if it's 2 transducers for 360, or it could be live scope and 360, but there's going to be a limit of 2 on the boat. They put in place like a maximum number of inches for your graphs combined at the bow and the console. I think it's all good. You know, I've watched a couple videos from some pros across Bassmaster, and they also fish the NPFL, and also fish in the BPTs and in Major League Fishing, who are all about it. Like, that's cool. That's cool to have the support from pros, because the pros are the ones that are using the technology. The pros are the ones that are sponsored by these companies. The pros are the ones who are pushing the technology. Now everybody and their brother wants these huge graphs and live sonar and active target, and seeing the pros saying, hey, it's cool if we only use it 1 period out of 3, or if we don't even use it at all, you know, because that'll take us back to our roots of power fishing and frogging and flipping and pitching jigs and fishing, you know, not fishing offshore. Now, I do care a little bit, because one day I will be an angler. I'm in the process right now of trying to acquire my first bass boat. I would like to have active target on it. Am I going to be fishing the BPTs or the Elite Series anytime soon? No, it's a goal. I might fish lower divisions as an angler. So I would like to use it, right? So in that case, excuse me, it's sort of a bummer. And who knows, the rules might change by the time I hit the water as an angler, right? And third point overall is I honestly just don't care. So I care a little bit that when I'm in that angler position that it might be banned. I care a lot from the co-angler position, because that helps me fish without an angler that's in front of me fishing over water and I'm fishing used water. And third, I just really don't care at this point, because I'm not fishing those events where I would have to worry about my angler using and or not using. Anything that I'm doing as a co-angler, my angler doesn't have restrictions in the lower divisions or whatever you want to call them that I fish, like the BFLs and my Michigan Bass Nation club that I'm in right now. There's no ruling around forward-facing sonar, screen real estate, any of that stuff, right? So I care, I don't care, and I care from the co-angler spot. So what does this mean for the future of bass fishing? I'll tell you right now, when I watch bass fishing online, I watch it streaming, it is boring as shit. Just watching someone look at a screen the whole time and doing this. Now, I love the finesse fish. I do. I love it. Drop shotting, using a shaky head. I love all of that. But I'm also trying to concentrate on what the line is, what the rod's doing, right? I'm not looking at a screen the whole time. Watching someone looking at a screen is boring. It's no different if you're sitting next to somebody and they're watching you play a video game at your computer or your Xbox or your PlayStation. All they're doing is watching you. That gets boring real quick. I love fishing weeds and fishing shallow, and that's a lot of fun. You know, watching fish, especially in clear water, watching fish blow up on your lure, watching them swim out of a weed patch to hit a jig, something like that. That stuff is fun to me. I like watching anglers do that, and you have commentary the whole time. You know, they look at the camera and chat and talk while they're doing it. That's fun, instead of just watching the back of an angler. I'm all for it to see where it goes. It's totally fine with me. Do I want it to go back to full forward-facing sonar? I guess we'll see what these new rules are gonna, what they're gonna do and how they're gonna apply, and how people in these leagues and these levels are going to change their style of fishing. How much is gonna be invested in that now? Our sponsorship's gonna drop, if at all, from this. We'll see. It's a wait and see kind of situation. But forward-facing sonar is always on my mind, and it's always gonna be on my mind as a and it's always gonna be on my mind in that angler position. And this might be a totally different video in 2 years when I have a boat and I might be fishing in those divisions, and I need to use forward-facing sonar because we're fishing, you know, big water or offshore on Lake St. Clair. Right? I might need that to have a leg up in the game. So I'd love to know how you feel about it. Let me know in the comments. This isn't a bash video, and I'm not bashing anybody. It's just my opinion as a co-angler on forward-facing sonar and the new rules and stuff like that. Apologize for the background noise. There's people out, they're talking loud, cars driving by, but it's a beautiful night here in Michigan, southeast Michigan to be exact. So let me know in the comments, give me a like, subscribe, hope you liked the video, and we'll be coming out with some more here soon. Update on the tournament from the last video I posted. The tournament got canceled because of wind. There was a small craft advisory for Lake St. Clair, so we had to cancel the tournament. We're still keeping with our current schedule, so we have a tournament next Saturday and a tournament 2 weeks after that, and then we have our classic. I'm not gonna be able to fish the classic. I'm gonna be in another country speaking at a conference. That's what I do for a living. I travel the world and talk about web and software technology and how that can help you and your company and stuff like that. So 21st is the next event. Hopefully I'll have the GoPro on. Excuse me, hopefully I'll have the GoPro on. We had our pairings meeting tonight, paired up with my buddy Justin in the club. Awesome boat, awesome rig. He's fished the last 2 tournaments and has come in first place in our club. So really stoked for that. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know, like I said, let me know how you feel in the comments, and then I will catch you on the flip. Peace.